Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, April 2nd, 2021. Welcome to another eBay video. Today's video is going to piggyback on the video that I made on Wednesday, where we talked about unfair negative feedback, cancellations, returns, and other interesting topics that can plague the average eBay seller. As usual, we're going to start out by reading your comments, questions, and concerns. And most of the comments I'm going to read are from the video I made on Wednesday. I would like to point out it is still cloudy and nasty. We have not had any sun at all, and none is predicted. Even on Sunday, they're predicting cloudy with showers, and it's 20 degrees colder out than it should be. I wore a winter coat into work today. It's terrible, man. Just pathetic. All right, let's get to the comments, questions, and concerns today. Shelley McDonald wrote, Joe, do you sell to people with zero feedback? You have no idea who these people are. They may be buying and canceling on purpose to make you look bad. I guess I should try to stay more positive. Sorry, I would stop selling to zero feedback people. eBay needs to verify all their users and check out the validity of the buyer or seller addresses. I started checking out addresses again because of all the rule changes by eBay. You still do better than I do in sales, and I'm not one to assume anything. I'm an IT auditor. Can we block zero feedback buyers like we used to do? Shelley, to my knowledge, we were never able to block zero feedback buyers since day one. Because I sell all my items in the fixed price category with immediate payment required, I have no problem with zero feedbackers. They're forced to pay me. But if I was running auctions, like many of you are, then I would agree with you. I would be very concerned because back when I used to run auctions, zero feedbackers would very often not pay. Nancy Stockwell wrote, I had an elderly lady, zero feedback, buy a vintage cookbook from me a couple of months ago. One thing I've learned from you, Joe, is not to put my personal contact info on my business cards that I include with every shipment. But right now, they do have that info. She called me wanting to return the item, citing money problems. I said you need to open a return through eBay. She claims they don't have any record of the purchase. I told her to call them. They will walk her through it. A few days later, she emails me. She contacted me several times, getting angrier each time. Her claims about the condition of the book also grew along with her temper. I've had to block her as she became abusive. She never returned the book. The important lesson to learn there is never, ever let people call you. Occasionally they try and call me, and I will not help them over the phone. Nope, I said, you bought it from me on eBay? You can return it to me on eBay. You didn't call me here to buy the item. Why do you want to call me here to return it? Even eBay says all transaction information should be kept through the eBay contact system, and to protect yourself, you're darn well better do it. Claudio Madrazo wrote, Hey Joe, greetings from Portugal. Regarding chargebacks, last year I had a buyer from the US open a chargeback case 1 week after they purchased. He claimed he didn't recognize the purchase. PayPal decided to refund from their own money. A couple of days later, he asked me when he was going to receive his order. I contacted PayPal about Fitchy Buyer and what he was doing. The representative told me they blocked from PayPal people that opened 2 chargeback cases. A few days later, the buyer contacted me again, still asking for the item. I told him that for someone that didn't recognize the purchase, you're very concerned about getting the item. Keep up the good work, Joe. Duncan VR wrote, increase in feedback character length will only allow fishy buyers to write long-winded rants that will hurt good sellers' accounts even more. The $20 charge for losing a case is total nonsense, especially when managed payments does not allow you to defend yourself in an open case. When is eBay going to start sticking up for the long-term cute sellers against accounts with zero feedback? Well said, Duncan. Very well said. Winter Crow wrote, regarding the chargeback fee in the last tale, yes, super suckage. And if eBay ignores the fact that a buyer completely circumvents the designated procedure for a return and refund, then eBay is wrong. They set the rules in place for a reason, and apparently they don't give a rat's patoot about following their own rules. Having no opportunity to defend yourself except for the chance to provide a single photo is deplorable. My suggestion to anyone faced with that ridiculous option, take everything, including a written explanation, and make one photo of it. Like a comic book page, 6 separate frames into one photo. How can a decision be considered fair without giving both parties the same opportunity to state their case? Bottom line, the $20 fee is bull and totally prejudiced against sellers who are constantly getting victimized by eBay improvements. Ryan Glazer wrote, I have an open ticket right now. Buyer opened a return after 30 days, which I denied. Buyer used the chargeback reason, didn't receive a refund. I uploaded an eBay screenshot stating the return is closed because that is all I could do with the one picture to try and show that they were not entitled to a refund. I have a feeling I may get burned, and if the buyers can exploit a loophole like this, then the return policy offered by a seller is meaningless. Ryan, you are so right. I see a lot of trouble in the future with this new managed payments loophole, as I call it, and it really needs to be addressed. But I don't feel it's going to be in the near future. Zifu wrote in, 78-year-old man can't have solid reality check with the world around him. With reduced mental capacity and possible dementia will hurt everyone, everything around him. There are a lot of mentally disabled, insufficient people on eBay that can bring a world of pain on honest sellers, and eBay isn't doing anything to prevent this from happening. He's referring to the case I spoke of Wednesday about the 78-year-old man who refused to return an item through the eBay system, then contacted me through snail mail and opened an unfair chargeback against me. In Wednesday's video, I told you guys about some communications he sent me through snail mail and through the package itself. I didn't have them with me at the time, but guess what? I have them with me today. So, let me show you a few things. First of all, here is the letter he sent me. When you look at something like that, you know that the person who wrote that is old. Let me show you what he enclosed in here. This is just a printout of a screenshot. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but there was no need for him to even send me this because he basically is just sending me this because he wants me to know that he reported me, or so he thinks he reported me, but he didn't. He didn't do it the right way, so this fell on deaf ears. Now, with the package itself, you're not going to believe this. I swear on my life. You know I can't fake this handwriting. I'm going to hold my fingers over the return address. Okay? I want you to see this. This is how it was addressed. Look at this. From FedEx to eBay. I'm returning the wrong hubcap sent to me. I ordered Plymouth Reliant K car, not a Dodge Aries. Okay? That was on the outside of the box. And this I got to fold so you don't see his address. That was in the box. Returning the wrong hubcap sent to me. Any questions, call, and his name and phone number are on there. The guy's 78 years old. He's really out of step with society. I honestly don't know how he bought these things from me, but he did. And you know, guys, I always send people exactly what they purchase. I think you know that. So yeah, let's continue with the questions, comments, and concerns. The last comment I'm going to read for today is from John. Flippin' ain't easy. Joe, I was able to send them and upload a Word document that I had written to explain my side of the story. This is when I won my item not as described chargeback over a year ago now, and it was through managed payments. Not sure if this has changed since then. However, there should be one way to get around the issue of not having a form to fill out. By the way, watching you drink from that fake Fox News cup of life was just like receiving a false item not as described claim on eBay. Just not right, Joe. Flippin' ain't easy. Well, John, got a little good news for you. I got the Fox News cup of life with me today, and I'm going to drink from it right now. This is the Fox News cup of life. Happy is he who drinks from it. Oh yeah, nothing better than a nice drink on a cold, cloudy, raw northeast day. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about eBay and some things that I think will be of concern to you. First of all, I will once again reiterate that this week my sales were excellent. I didn't have a single slow day, and I have absolutely nothing to complain about. I did get yet another interesting return yesterday. Naturally, it was an alloy wheel center cap, which is what most of my returns seem to be for. It's only $20 plus shipping, and the buyer opened the request through eBay and admitted doesn't fit, wrong size, because, you know, it does upset me. Because I take so much time and care to type in the part number and even put a picture of the alloy wheel that the cap fits. But these people are freaking clueless. So they wrote, you know, wrong size doesn't fit. Then in the comment section they wrote, this is too big for my wheel. I need one that's a smaller size. Send me a return label. A return label? I don't think so. It seems in their brain, or should I say their alleged brain, they think that I'm going to send them a return label and pay for the return shipping when they bought the wrong size and have already admitted it. Not going to happen, my friends. Not going to happen. It's very, very important, guys, for this reason, that you always add item specifications and manufacturer's part numbers to all your listings when you can. Number one, it's going to protect you against people like this who buy the wrong size and don't read. Number two, it's going to give you a boost in search. You can trust me on that. The reason why eBay likes to have us add item specifications, part numbers, compatibility, is because it actually does boost us in Google search. It's not because eBay wants us to do extra work and they're in a bad mood and they hate sellers. None of that's true. They want us to be boosted in search. And quite often, I will notice my items appear in search higher than my competition, even when my competition is much cheaper. I'm going to give you some examples right now of something that happened, and I think you guys can relate to this. So the other day, I get a question from a prospective buyer through the eBay contact system on a certain item. It was actually a Buick hubcap. Let's just say it was $50 and $20 shipping. So the person wrote to me and said, Why is the shipping so expensive? I want you to recalculate the shipping and give me a price that's more reasonable. Okay, I think I can help them out. First thing I did was I blocked them. Second thing I did was I went onto eBay and I looked to see if any other eBay sellers had the same item as I do. Because this is a trick that I've been using for years and it works 99.9% of the time. It gets the cuckoo bird off my shoulder and puts him on the shoulder of another seller. So, sure enough, I found a couple of people that had the same item as me. And most of them were actually cheaper than I was. Can you believe that? So my stuff is getting a boost in search. These people aren't filling out the compatibility, the interchange, part numbers, nothing. So I found this one guy who had one for approximately $40 plus shipping. It was cheaper than mine, but it also had a big dent on the very edge. I said, oh, perfect. This is what I want. I copied and pasted the link, and I responded to that guy. I said, I found one from another seller at a cheaper price. Here is the link. Game, set, and match. He's off my back. Now he's on the other seller's back. Okay? Last week I had a similar case. I had a set of 4 hubs, real cheap, for $53 plus shipping. The shipping was $40 because it's a 17 by 17 by 8 box, and you know they go by dimensional weight. So a person wrote to me and said, same crap, why is the shipping so expensive? See if you can give me a cheaper price on the shipping. Nope. I blocked him, and I found another seller that was selling one single hubcap for $53 with free shipping. So I copied and pasted that link, and I sent it off to the guy, and I said, I found a seller that has the same hubcap as you're buying from me. He's got the same hubcaps, and the shipping is free. Buy from him. Now let me point out that the other seller also had 4, but for some weird reason had them listed in 4 separate listings. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 separate listings. I hate when they do that. I wish they would have either one listing for all 4 or one listing, quantity listing, where you can choose how many you want. Nonetheless, this guy's ass backwards. Anyway, I sent the link out. A few minutes later, the customer writes back to me and says, oh no, Joe, you made a mistake. You made a huge mistake. That listing is only for 1 hubcap, which it was. And I wrote back to him and I said, you're correct that that particular listing is only for 1. However, the guy actually has 4. If you look, you'll see he has 4 listings and each one is for the same hub. So I want you to do to him what you did to me. Write to him, tell him you want to buy all 4 and you want a huge break on the price. Game, set, and match. I never heard from him again. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about the feedback situation with the fact that eBay, in its infinite wisdom, has increased the characters that a buyer can leave, whether it be a positive feedback or a negative feedback. And every single seller, bar none, that has weighed in on this said they feel it's a bad thing. And I do too. Whether it be someone that commented on Facebook or right here in the comments section on my videos. Several people have even responded with examples of some of the feedback they've been receiving, where it starts off positive and quickly turns negative. You know, guys, I can't fathom why eBay would have made such a drastic change. To me, it's nonsensical, it makes no sense, and no benefit can be derived from it. So please weigh in if you have any ideas on that. There was one thing I meant to bring with me and I forgot, so I'm going to have to do this orally. eBay has changed, once again, printing packing slips. There's an old saying you guys probably have heard before. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They did it again without telling us. How many of you guys have noticed this week that when you went to print your packing slip, it looks different? The problem that I'm noticing is that eBay is now including the sales tax collected on the packing slip. And that's what I'm trying to get around. For instance, heretofore, let's say I had an item that was $50 and $20 shipping. It would say total $70. Now it says $50, $20 shipping, and then sales tax in parenthesis collected by eBay. And let's just say the sales tax happens to be $3. Okay? So now it says 50, 20, 3, 73 total. And that is not accurate on my end because I did not collect $73. I collected $70. And it's throwing off my bookkeeping immensely. Is there anybody out there that knows of a workaround where I can print my labels without showing the sales tax that eBay has collected? What eBay has collected has no effect on me and my business. That's between them and the states they've collected for. I need to show a packing slip of what Joey collected. $50 for the item, $20 shipping, $70. I always print through Seller Hub, and I just started encountering this problem, I think Tuesday or Wednesday. So if anybody at all knows a workaround, please, I implore you, tell us how to do it in the comment section, step by step. I don't know of a way. I'm probably going to hop on the Facebook groups at some point, and I'm probably going to ask if anyone there knows a way, but I don't know of any way. So if you do, please tell me. Another thing that I've done, and a lot of you guys have noticed it, I figured out how to make my videos louder. Actually, I didn't figure it out. A good friend of mine the other day shared the screen with me on Skype and showed me how to adjust the settings in iMovie here on my Mac. So on my last few videos, you'll notice the volume was louder, and people seem to notice that. What's upsetting is that previously people were complaining that my videos were too low. And when I went out of my way to make them louder, now I have a whole different crew, a small but vocal crew, complaining that when I yell and scream, it's too loud for them. It hurts their ears. I have 2 words. Hop off. Guys, I make these videos to try and be helpful to you, okay? You're not paying me to make them, okay? This is a labor of love that I do. And I don't want to seem like a dick, but you should be appreciative of my efforts, especially when I'm out here 2 or 3 times a week. You know, to complain that it's too loud. The reason I yell and scream occasionally is to get your attention. It's very important that you pay attention to points that I'm making. When I was a kid in school, that's one thing I learned from some of my teachers. Sometimes they would do something outlandish to get a certain point across. I talked about this years ago, but when I was 14, my algebra teacher was teaching us what they call the FOIL method, which you may or may not remember. First times first, outside times outside, inside times inside, and last times last. It makes the word FOIL. So this teacher had the 4 biggest kids in the class come up, 4 football players, and he had them sing the FOIL song. I'm not kidding. These 4 big kids are singing first times first, outside times outside, inside times inside, and last times last, and again. And they would sing it again and again and again. But that teacher was a good teacher, and it was a way he got us to remember that simple fact, okay? The FOIL method of algebra. In the same mannerisms, sometimes I do yell and scream, but I'm doing it for your good, because you need to pay attention to certain things. That being said, I'm going to wrap this up for now. As you probably know, I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Each week, I come out here and I make these videos to try and help you stay successful on eBay. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I'm doing a good job, tell me in the comments section below, and I'll be more than happy to address your concern next week if I can. Remember, I'm a seller friend, not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind. I've solved a lot of problems. I'm still making money online. I've never worn a mask on my videos, and I never will. I've never distorted my voice because I feel that's dishonest and unscrupulous. So heck, I'm a CEO and a CFO of my own company. So yeah, that being said, go out there, make a ton of money on eBay, rock on, and peace! Epilogue. I'm going to ask you guys an honest question, and I want an answer in the comment box below to those of you guys that are very, very observant. I would like to know how many of you guys have been watching that cop car behind me, wondering when he's going to take off after a lawbreaker. Comments in the comment section below. If you're wondering why he's sitting up there, they sit up there and they watch for people driving by talking on their cell phones, and they pull him over. I'm surprised that he hasn't nailed anybody yet, because quite often they have two cars at one time up there, and they just never stop, because people are always driving here talking on their cell phones. It's pathetic. But anyway, guys, you're a great audience. Go out there. I hope you all had a great busy week on eBay. And hopefully at some point we'll see some sun, but there's none in the forecast, at least till next week. That being said, need I end with the usual salutation or closing, should I say? Don't be bitchy! Yeah, yeah!